Hey everyone, Skull902 back here with another part of Sonic CD. This is the finale, part 7, and we're going to be going in Metallic Madness Zone. Holy fucking shit! So, thankfully in this zone, they like, give you the, past signs and an opportunity to get into the past, like, pretty early on. So, you know, basically right at the beginning here. Just spin dash right there, bounce off the spring, and then boom, I'm in the past. You know what I mean? It's some good stuff. It's some good stuff. And in Act 2, it's even easier. So you know, it's nice. You know, especially after Quartz Quadrant. You know, Stardust Speedway was pretty easy to time travel to, but you know, they would definitely have a good excuse to make it much harder on you, what with it being the final zone and all. Um, so Metallic Madness is a bit maze-like in design. Act 2 more than Act 1, especially when you get to the part where Sonic gets, you know, turned into Chibi Sonic. So definitely a bit of a challenge. It's more so if you're looking for the robot generator than anything else. But you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's not too cryptic or anything like that. You know, I don't find myself getting like time overs too much. I mean, it's happened a couple times in Act 2, but you know, whatever. It's cool. It's cool. But essentially, in Act 1, you just want to follow the bottom path to get to the robot generator. Now, a good attention to detail that I think that they gave this was, like, some players at first might be wondering, well, where the hell are the Metal Sonic holograms? But you know, if you notice, Metal Sonic was defeated, you know, for good. Or, well, not for good. Definitely not for good. Why did I say that? But Metal Sonic was defeated in Stardust Speedway, which was the last zone, of course. So, there are no Metal Sonic holograms in Metallic Madness. So, to get the achievement for all the holograms as well as the robot generators, you actually don't have to worry about, you know, one of the two things about that in this zone, which I think is a pretty nice touch. You know, I like that. It's a good attention to detail, like I said before. I quite appreciate the acknowledgement of continuity within the game that we're playing. It'd be kind of weird if they forgot already that by this point Metal Sonic was supposed to be destroyed, but whatever, it's cool. You know, just a good attention to detail, like I've said multiple times over. It's fine. But anyway, a couple more things that I want to talk about, not so much related to this zone. Another small thing I actually forgot about Amy's character. I don't know if it's like just in Sonic CD or if it's a classic Sonic thing in general. Just a minor detail, but like when she was first introduced, Amy was like really into tarot cards and fortune telling. That was a bit of a part of her character at first. Again, I don't know if it was just in this game or if it was like a classic thing in general. And even then, I think they make some hints toward it with like her post-Sonic Adventure persona and design. In fact, there's an episode of Sonic X where she visits a fortune teller and gets really pissed off at the end of the episode because, wow, I'm not with Sonic. But, you know, could that have been a reference? Maybe. I don't know, but kind of early installment weirdness in that respect. But, you know, when you first come up with something, it takes a little while for your ideas and everything to get finalized. So yeah, Amy was into fortune telling at first, so not something that stuck around, but an interesting little tidbit of Sonic character history. So yeah, good shit. Anyway, the other thing that I wanted to mention was apparently there's like an official canon thing for what CD stands for in terms of like this, you know, game as far as Sega is concerned. You would think, you know, because it's on the Sega CD that it would stand for compact disc. You know, like the format that the system ran on. And perhaps that was true at first, but you know, after this remake came out, and obviously it was only digital, some people kind of wondered about that. Like, why is it still called Sonic CD if it's not on a disc? And like, I only remember one sort of fan speculation thing about it, was that it stood for console download. But Sega apparently does have like their own official, like, how do I want to say, their own official terminology for what CD is supposed to stand for in the context of the game. Now that it's on digital platforms and stuff, apparently CD stands for Chrono Distortion. Chrono Distortion. I mean, it is a time travel heavy game. It plays a very big part in the gameplay and the story, so I'm not going to fault them for that. It sounds perfectly fine to me. Didn't really think that CD would stand for anything, you know, but I guess Sega just wanted some explanation for why they still call it that, even though in the modern day and age it's on digital, and you know, it's not on a physical thing. The HD remake, it's not a physical release. So I'm gonna stop talking about that now, and instead we're going to one of the more interesting things about Sonic CD. One of the more interesting gimmicks. In Metallic Madness here, I guess Eggman just has a shrink ray. And with that shrink ray, we get Chibi Sonic here. Look at him, he's all small and everything. I know every time I've played CD or Sonic Mania where Metallic Madness and thus this gimmick returns, my good buddy Symph will always like squeal out, "Oh, it's so cute!" But you know, even when you are Chibi Sonic here, it doesn't change the gameplay at all. I mean, like your hitbox is smaller, of course, but like your jump height is the same, and you have the same abilities. You can spin dash, you can peel out. So it's not really. Oh man, that was unfortunate. You took those spikes right to the face, Sonic. But anyway, you know, you can still spin dash and peel out, and your jump height is the same and everything. So it's mostly just aesthetic, and just to get through like when you are Chibi Sonic, it is very maze-like. It is a maze-like section. There are parts where you can get confused about where you need to go and whatnot, but your abilities are all the same. So just a neat little gimmick, I think. You know, with Chibi Sonic, it's a way to make this zone stand out from like Scrap Brain Zone, and that's another thing actually about the game's development that I could mention, is that their zone philosophy for most of the levels in this game was to take an existing zone from Sonic 1 and really exaggerate its theme. So we got that with like Tidal Tempest being kind of similar to Labyrinth Zone, and Palm Tree Panic being kind of like an overgrown green hill. So that's pretty interesting to think about. So here's the only oh, we just passed it. The only blatant bottomless pit in the entire game. It's kind of easy to forget that, actually. But it's only in Metallic Madness Act 3, where like it's a super obvious bottomless pit. There are a couple of others. One is in Palm Tree Panic, and I don't remember where the other one is. But like in those instances, it's really obscure parts of the level that like you have to explicitly go there. You know, you have to look out for them in order to get there, and like they're designed in such a way that you essentially like have to go there and kill yourself on purpose to fall down those pits. With this, it's more of a challenge because it's a big bottomless pit right before, you know, going to the mini boss with the firefly things that are really fucking annoying, and then before this, like probably the most underwhelming final boss in Sonic history. This dude takes only 4 hits, and he's pretty easy aside from the first hit. Like I did it the impatient way and just took a hit to hit him, but like he will give you an opening, but the opening's kind of small. You know, he'll open up the fans there like he does when there's only 3 left, but when there's only 3, he gives you more of a window, so it's not that hard. Essentially, you just gotta wait this guy out. You know, he'll give you a good opportunity to hit him and all that, and you know, he's already down to just 1 hit. You know, he'll pogo at you, and it's not even that hard. So kind of a disappointing final boss here, but you know, I think it's a good way to round off this game. But we got all the good futures. We've saved Amy Rose, so enjoy the good ending. So yeah, that's Sonic CD. Little Planet is saved. Metal Sonic, for now, is incapacitated. Won't be seeing him again chronologically until Sonic 4. So, yeah. Fuck you, Robotnik. You and your bad future can go suck a dick. You're done. You're done for. Except, well, I suppose you got that death egg, don't you? Ah, shit. Just a little bit of a thing before I talk about my opinions on the game. It's a little unclear, like, where this is supposed to take place in the continuity of the Sonic franchise. You know, some fans say it's between 1 and 2, others say that it's between 2 and 3. I don't really know what to make of it, so, yeah. What I do know is that Sonic 4 takes place after this one, because the cutscenes in Episode 2 make that very abundantly clear. So yeah, with the animation here, this was all done by Toei, and this is actually my favorite scene of all the animations. I really like the bit where Sonic's like dodging all the lasers and stuff. It's a really nice look. But yeah, Toei did it. Very nice animation, and gotta say, good job on them. There was supposed to be like animated cutscenes between every zone, but there were some budget restraints, so they were only able to do the opening and the 2 endings. But with that said, what can I say about Sonic CD? It's definitely different. Like I said before, it's the same but different as far as like the classic Sonic style goes. There definitely are places where you can like run around and stuff. Uh, some people would say that it's way too vertical and there's no real good opportunities to gain some speed, but I have to respectfully disagree with that sort of opinion. And it's something that that people like some people might actually dislike or hate this game for. I know a couple of people who do. Uh, Me personally, like I think that it's an excellent game. It was the first classic Sonic game that I ever beat. Uh, it's a fantastic time in my opinion. The vertical level design doesn't bother me too much. It's a good one because it's like it's easier than the other ones. And you're too cool. It's easier than the other ones, and I think like if you haven't beaten Sonic 1 or 2 or 3 and K yet, this would be a good game to start. Like just go for the bad ending. And it'll like give you a bit of a confidence boost. At least it did for me. As far as like the classic Sonic gameplay is concerned. Um, I appreciate the game for that. Like when I first played it in the summer of 2012 on my Xbox 360, first classic Sonic game that I ever beat. Gave me a confidence boost and enabled me to eventually beat all the other ones, and hone my skills as a gamer. I like again. I think it's great. I like the level design. I like being explorative and finding the robot generators and whatnot. It's a little tedious at times, especially like time traveling in Quartz Quadrant, like I complained about. Uh, but overall, especially if you're just going for the bad ending, like this is a game that you can beat quick, and it's easy. I think it's a satisfying time. Um, there are definitely games that are better than it. Three and Knuckles, for example. But like Sonic CD is a very, very good game to me, and when I'm improvising like this, I can't really articulate my thoughts any better. So, you know, uh, good level design in my opinion, for the most part. Great, excellent music on both sides of the world. It's definitely iconic in a way. What with the introductions of Metal Sonic and Amy Rose, uh, it's just really fun in my opinion, and it holds a bit of a special place in my heart for being the first classic Sonic game that I ever beat. So yeah, great game. I quite like it a lot, and you know. Maybe with the original version of the game, that one's just okay, but definitely if you want to go out and play this game if you haven't before, uh, check out the HD remake by Christian Whitehead. They like did a whole bunch of bug fixes. They made the physics more like the other classic Sonic games. It is a very comprehensive remake, remaster, whatever the hell you want to say, for this game, and I cannot recommend it enough. It is fantastic. So, yeah, I think that about sums it up. That'll conclude the main parts for my Sonic CD Let's Play. The extra video, I have no idea when that's going to come out. I'm not going to make any promises, for extra videos, for my Let's Plays. They'll be out at some point. Um, and for the next time that I get into Let's Playing, for my summer batch of Let's Plays, we're going to start off with Sonic Mania. So I hope to see you there, and I hope that you've enjoyed this. I've been Skull902. Thank you for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day.